up. This is weird. So I'm using a new model for my PNG tuba. It's a new look is where I'm getting at. I know that this is very new and this is literally my 4th video of the channel, but 2 reasons come to mind as to why I changed it. One is brain rot. The PNG itself wasn't brain rot, but the open mouth I used on the PNG is from a show called Battle for Dream Island, or BFDI for short. And apparently, according to people, it's a brain rot show. So I didn't want you guys to think I'm promoting brain rot, I guess. I don't really know, but people were saying that, and I don't know, it seemed like a bad thing. 2 is because I've always wanted to use a character from Picrew, which is an image maker website, since there are so many different and unique art styles from different artists like the one you're seeing right now. All I need to do to use this one is to credit the artist, which I don't mind one bit, and it's already been done, as you can see at the bottom right of my shirt, or left depending on the point of view. That's her signature. But formerly, this artwork / art style is by Naylissa. I pray I pronounced that right. I'm sorry if I didn't. Please don't hurt me. I'll have her beacon linked down below and in future videos as well. I think she makes really great art, and in her words on her website linked down below, also wants to teach and educate all upcoming and ongoing artists on how she draws BIPOC, Black, Indigenous, and people of color, so that there will never be a moment where a kid will look at a screen or book and wonder why they aren't there. Now that I explained everything, we can continue on with the video. Gym class, aka the best class in the history of school of ever. It's safe to say that gym class was the best class that everyone looked forward to, since it was the class where you didn't have to learn anything and be able to hang out with your friends playing fun activities, all while getting some exercise in. Unless you were one of the people that would refuse to do anything gym related, like put on your uniform or stand there and do nothing. Nevertheless, this was also inspired by the Olympics that's going on, although I'm not entirely sure if all of these sports are in there, but you get the idea. I'm pretty sure they are. The Olympics covers damn near every sport imaginable. Be sure to comment down below your favorite gym sport, and also like the video and subscribe, because 94.1% of people aren't, which makes me sad. And you should, because it's free and it makes me happy. Bars. Badminton. At first glance, you think this sport is an absolute snooze fest and nobody would be up to play for it, but as soon as you get a racket and a shuttlecock, a birdie in your hand, and start actually playing, it's one of the best times, in my opinion, of gym class. It's very low effort, and watching the birdie go back and forth over and over again is just so mesmerizing, and honestly becomes super competitive after a while. So badminton will go A tier. Free day. I think everyone has had a free day where there's no main topic to discuss, or the gym teacher was hungover for the day, but my free day consisted of basketball, table tennis, volleyball, foursquare, or just sitting on the bleachers and chilling. This was my favorite day because basketball is my shit, and I would destroy everybody on the court. And honestly, the diversity of the day was dope, especially if you didn't know what you wanted to do, or if you wanted to try something new. Fucking bars again, are you listening? And it was good if you wasn't trying to do much and just chillax for the period. So free day is gonna go S tier. Running the mile. Nobody liked this at all. Nobody looked forward to running the mile, because who the fuck wanted to run a mile? We were children / teenagers that wanted to do literally anything else, but our gym teachers enjoyed watching us huff and puff around the track for 4 laps and cry about our shin splints. At least I did. They were also timed, which was embarrassing for someone like me, because I was never the most fit person, so I'd dread having to hear how awful my time was. I will say though, my best time was a 9:49 with the help of a friend. And I think my worst time was like 13:09 or some shit like that. I don't know. I was fat. That's my excuse, and I hate, fuck that. Let me know in the comments your best and worst time if you want to. I understand if you don't. But running the mile is D tier for me. Fuck that shit. Football. Now, I am no Ronaldo or Messi. That's it. I'm not Ronaldo or Messi. I am terrible at football, and I was never really good with my legs when it came to it, but I absolutely enjoyed watching others play. No, not in a creepy way. Shut up. The goals were always hype as hell, sick tricks players would perform, and the overall atmosphere of football is nothing but amazing. One of the things I want to do is go to an actual football game and be in the stands when someone scores a goal. I bet it's absolutely electrifying once that happens. So football will go B tier. Field hockey. This is another sport that I was just atrocious at, and no matter how many times I'd play, I would just never get any better and would have to watch my teammates facepalm every time I had the ball near me, as I missed the entire ball with the stick. It was also hella dangerous low-key because nobody cared about safety in gym class. Who the fuck cares about safety in gym class? They were worried about how they were gonna win whatever game they were playing and to do it as quickly as possible. Unlike football, I didn't really have an interest in field hockey, so field hockey hockey will go C tier. Just know I would much rather do this than run the mile. Volleyball, the more physical badminton. Volleyball is pretty cool. It takes a lot of strategy and communication for it to be really fun. Some people would dodge the ball if it came to them or just not perform. I really enjoyed volleyball for the simple fact that I was actually super good at serving. And that's true facts, by the way. I would always serve it ever so lightly. That would look like it was gonna land in my own court, but it would always land in theirs and they would miss. Yeah. So volleyball is gonna go A tier. Tennis. I fucks with tennis heavily. I would usually lock the fuck in when it came to tennis because tennis just brings that intensity to the game, you know? I would lock into my inner Serena and Venus Williams and go absolutely hard on the motherfucking court. It was also very fun to quote unquote accidentally smack the tennis ball out of the court to see how far it would go. I never complained about tennis ever, and it was actually one of my favorite games to play in gym class. So tennis is gonna go S tier. Ultimate Frisbee. Ultimate Frisbee was fun to play when the weather was right. I'd usually play this game outside since the gym in my school was very small, but if it was windy, Ultimate Frisbee was not fun at all and nobody wanted to be there. It usually ended up with us going back inside and just doing something else because we could never fucking work with the wind. But when the weather was good, it was cool to play. I dug it. So Ultimate Frisbee will go C tier. Kickball. We're getting to the classics now. Kickball was always super fun for me, whether it was infield, outfield, or being the kicker. It didn't matter. I was having fun. The one complaint I have about kickball is the people in the field who don't move a muscle. These are the people that stand there with their group of friends, watch the ball go past them, or would move out the way when it came towards them, and this drove me insane, especially if the game was super duper close or tied. Jesus Christmas, just catch the ball. Kickball will go S tier. Too goated to go anywhere else. And finally, the best gym game out there, dodgeball. Dodgeball was the most anticipated game in the gym and would never disappoint. Having the balls lined up across the half court line and two groups of teens on each side just waiting patiently for the whistle to blow and absolutely murk each other with foam balls. We couldn't use regular rubber ones because they hurt too much, so we had to use foam balls. This game was especially fun for the baseball players since they could just launch these balls at people's faces and stomachs with no repercussions whatsoever. It's a classic game. Shit, there was a movie made about dodgeball, so it is truly the GOAT of gym games, which is why it's gonna go S tier. And that's the tier list. We are absolutely moving with these videos, at least I think. And the amount of support you guys give me is awesome, and I cannot thank every single one of you enough. This is super duper fun to do, and I really appreciate the positive feedback I've been receiving from these. It makes making these completely worth it. Road to 100 subscribers, baby. We're gonna fucking do it. We're gonna do that shit. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.